This week we're privileged to honor our military and our veterans.
At Shoot Straight TV, we're proud to be Americans, and we know that freedom isn't free.
And the show starts right now.
I remember crystal clear my first hunt with Dad, chasing my first big buck mule deer with bright orange vest and old wool cap, hiking on tired legs, rifle slung across my back. There's one memory that still stands out above the rest, when Daddy looked me in the eyes and said, "Shoot straight, son, I know you can. I pray God will guide your hand. When your big chance comes around, push away all fear and doubt. Take aim, have faith, shoot straight."
One thing that's important to us at Shoot Straight is thanking our military. And over the years, I've had the opportunity to take guys from Elmstrom Air Force Base and different military people. And this year is a special day. We're hunting on Veterans Day, and I got my good buddy, Johnny Poole, who's from down in Georgia. What did you serve our country, and what arm of the military?
I was in the Navy.
Navy, and back in the day, he tells us stories about being in the Navy and all he did, and I appreciate all you folks out there that serve our country. This one's for you. I'm going to take Johnny Poole on his first mule deer hunt in Montana. Let's go see if we can find you a buck.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
There he is. He's working left or right. That's a really nice buck. He's not super wide, but he's really tall. He's got good forks on him. Go ahead and see if you can get him on in your scope. When you find him, and I'll zoom in, he's broadside. You tell me when you're ready. Just take him when you're ready. Just squeeze the trigger. Squeeze. Make sure there's hair in your scope. There you hit him. Nice shot. You got him. You got him. He's going down. You see it when you hit, he went whoop, he kicked that leg up. That is a nice Montana mule deer.
It felt good. That's good.
This is
That's
awful.
a nice buck.
This is special. It's Veterans Day. I'm hunting with a veteran, and he just took a beautiful Montana mule deer. Let's go check him out. That Bergara smoked him.
My first mule deer. That's great.
First mule deer. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to beat that one. All right, let's grab your binos and head down there.
He's going to be a nice buck.
Yeah, he's 2.5-year-old, but he's got good, nice fits
Right.
already. Yeah. Nice deer.
Woo, buddy. Oh, that's even better than I thought. Oh,
Here, I'll hold the gun for you.
great. Wow.
Look at
That
that.
is perfect.
Look how tall he is.
Oh.
Big old brow tines, big 5x5.
Gracious.
Wow.
Look at perfect.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
Congratulations.
appreciate it. Man, this is wonderful.
Using the Bergara B14, 6.5 Creedmoor, dandy Montana mule deer. Wow, well thank you for serving our country.
Well, thank you for allowing me to get this nice buck.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Real Tree Camouflage, Conus Optics, Cabela's, Hodgdon Powder, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Caldwell Shooting Supplies, Lance Campers, Roper Apparel, the Mule Deer Foundation, B&W Trailer Hitches, Atchison Taxidermy, Liberty Safes.
Bitterroot Tool and Machine is a full-service precision CNC machine shop,
Specializing in design to production.
serving the aerospace, mining, munitions, and firearms industry.
Also home of the Grainmaker. They specialize in custom reloading machines.
Specialty services include engineering, stamping, tool and die, machining, grinding, powder coating, and parts assembly.
Bitterroot Tool and Machine, where their motto is, do right by the customer.
How far will you take the serious knockdown power of 777 pellets?
My camo has to keep me hidden no matter what.
It has to look like the woods I hunted.
It has to work in dark timber and open hardwoods.
It has to work any time of year.
It has to fool a turkey's eyes.
It has to keep me concealed at that moment of truth.
When I need it the most.
That's why I trust Realtree.
Realtree Extra.
The most effective camo pattern ever designed.
My camo has to work.
My camo has to work.
And it does.
CVA's AccuraSeries. Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy. Nitride for guaranteed rust proofing. And a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Caldwell engineered the lead sled to eliminate felt recoil from even the heaviest Magnum rifles. No recoil, no flinch, no excuses. The lead sled line from Caldwell, the most advanced shooting rests ever developed.
Chad, that was one exciting hunt. I don't know if I have ever seen Johnny Poole smiles so much. He is a great friend, and what an honor to help him get his first buck in Montana.
And on Veterans Day. I mean, how special is that? To me, being able to hunt with our heroes that have served our country is what it's all about.
That's right, and we've got another hero coming up.
We have John Connor. Now, John's a special friend of mine. He served over in Iraq, and when he came back from Iraq, he presented Marcia and I with the American flag that they had on one of their vehicles as they had their mission over there. How humble of an experience that was.
It is. He's a great friend. Chad's going to take out his son, JT, out on his first mule deer hunt in Montana. Let's see what happens.
Pressure. Let me move this grass off there. Okay. There you go. He's broadside. His head's down. He's feeding. So whenever you're ready, just squeeze the trigger. There you go. He's broadside. His head's down. He's feeding. Squeeze the trigger. Got him. Hit him good. You hit him good. Just stay right there. I think he's gonna lay down, but there he goes. He's down. Awesome. Buck's down. You hammered him. Pretty excited? I'm excited. I've been friends with your dad for years, and I've known you since you were just a little guy. And to come out here 11 years old in Montana, get your first mule deer using the CVA Scout and a 243. How about we go check this buck out? You ready for that? Let's do it. All right. This is One Exciting Hunt. Wyatt's been running camera today, and I appreciate him doing that and getting to hunt with my good buddy JT.
It's time for a Straight Talk Tip of the Week, brought to you by Caldwell Shooting Supplies.
Want to have more accuracy in the field? Start off at the bench by mounting your scope properly. One of the tools we really like to use at Shoot Straight TV is the Wheeler Engineering Ultra Scope Mounting Kit. Then one of the tools that I really like from Wheeler is the Fat Wrench, the Firearms Accurizing Torque Wrench. You actually set this wrench for the torque you want. For example, on my bases, I'm going to use 18 to 20 pounds of torque, and on my rings, I'll go up to 28 to 30 pounds. So let me show you how to do this. I've already put my base on, so I'm going to line up my rings. Then I'm going to use some thread locker from Wheeler. This is very important, that'll lock those threads on your screws in there. I'm going to get them lined up, get them all in place. And I've already adjusted my settings on this, so I'm just going to tighten these down. I'm going to make sure while I tighten these that I do it equally, so one side doesn't tighten down more than the other. Now before I get it too tight, one thing I'm going to do is make sure that my gun is level, my scope is level. Since it's a muzzleloader, I'm going to take out the ramrod. I've got this great little level that'll go right over this barrel. So I've got my barrel level. I'm going to check my scope right here. Perfect. Both are level. Now I can take this, and I've already got the setting to where I want at 28 pounds of torque. It's very important. You never want to over torque your scope because you could actually crush the tube on your scope, and that would be a terrible thing. Now this last step is really going to help you. It's their laser bore sighter. I love this product. It saves me a ton of money on ammunition because boom, I'm right on the target. It's a laser. It's got the green laser right there. Put it right on the end of the barrel. And then what I'll do is I'll have a target out there at 25 yards. I'll look through my crosshairs and I'll adjust them until that green dot is right on the target. This kit is amazing. It'll save you time and money. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. It's what we use at Shoot Straight all the time. And that's your Straight Talk Tip of the Week.
The new Power Belt Aerolite. Its hollow core construction keeps it light, producing higher velocities. Its polycarbonate tip ensures controlled but devastating expansion. Its longer, more aerodynamic shape stabilizes the bullet in flight. And its tight seal fluted base keeps pressures dead on consistent. Bottom line, Aerolites are our flattest shooting, fastest flying, hardest hitting, and most accurate bullets ever. Give them a try and find out just how deadly a Power Belt can be. CVA's Accuraseries, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Caldwell engineered the lead sled to eliminate felt recoil from even the heaviest Magnum rifles. No recoil, no flinch, no excuses. The lead sled line from Caldwell, the most advanced shooting rests ever developed.
Because it takes a boat to get to the biggest bass. And a few more decoys to bring in the ducks. Because the trophy you're after, you can't carry out. Because you tow, there's B&W. B&W Trailer Hitches. Towing, adventure.
What do all these knives have in common? They're all proudly made in the USA. Buck Knives, edge of a legend.
What a great experience to take JT on his first hunt. He did an awesome job.
Man, that CVA did the trick for him.
That's right. Now we're leaving Montana and we're headed to New York. We're going to do a little waterfowl hunting in New York.
Let's see what happens as we go after those big Canada geese. November here in New York.
It is warm. It's like 65 degrees today. The guys up here wearing short sleeves. Amazing. But there's a couple thousand birds in the field last night, so we'll see what happens this morning.
Our good friend Matt Beadle arranged this waterfowl hunt. He also is a veteran, served in Iraq in the U.S. Army Airborne Division.
That is a slick setup.
Oh, it sure is.
Load of beaks.
You're gonna miss it there, bud.
I'm waiting for a duck call.
Now let's join Marcia with recipes from the field, brought to you by Buck Knives.
This week, recipes from the field, we're actually doing venison cube steak. Actually have our deer steak already processed from the butcher block. He actually takes it and cubes it for us. Now, if your meat processor doesn't do that, you can actually take what Chad calls a meat hammer and tenderize your steaks. We're gonna take them and put them in seasoned flour. Now, my good friend Hannah in North Carolina gets me this seasoned flour. If you can't find seasoned flour in a store near you, you can actually take your flour, just add your favorite seasoning, some Lowry, salt, pepper, a little bit of onion salt, and flavor in your flour. We're actually gonna bread all of the steaks and put them on a plate and leave them for 10 to 15 minutes. You can also even put them in the refrigerator. This is just gonna let that breading soak in a little bit before we actually double dip them again. I already have some of the cube steak in the oil. After it sat in that flour for about 15-20 minutes, I actually pulled it back out. I'm putting it in a milk wash, one time soaking it, and then putting it another time in the seasoned flour. This is gonna give it a good breading. You're actually gonna cook this on a medium heat because you want it to get good and crispy, not lose that flour batter. Actually using my excellent Lodge skillet for this. Gonna let it get good and brown and try to only flip it one time because that's what's gonna keep that breading on there nice and brown. This is cooking up delicious. You can see how the breading stayed on really good and crispy. I've only had to flip it once. Ooh, that's delicious. Gonna leave it for about 3 minutes on the second side and go ahead and let it get good and brown. Okay, we got the cube steaks, they're all cooked. I'm actually gonna remove them from the juice, put them on a plate, because I'm gonna save that juice and make some good gravy. Ooh, delicious. Now that oil and the juices from the meat is gonna stay right there in my pan. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of the flour, my seasoning flour, paste that up for some good milk gravy. One of the secrets when you're making gravy is actually to make sure you cook that flour. So you want to turn your heat back down to about a low to medium heat. Keep stirring it continually. Let the flour mix in with the oils and the butter and the juices. That's good. Keep stirring it, cook the flour. Then we're going to add our milk while we're continuing stirring it to finish up our gravy. Gonna go ahead and turn my heat down to low. Stir in that milk. It's gonna thicken in with the flour and the juices. Then you're gonna have a good white gravy to go with that cube steak. Okay, we've got the gravy all thickened, finished, ready to go. I've actually topped a biscuit and the steaks. You can actually salt and pepper it to flavor. There you have it, venison cube steak. In Montana, we actually use this for a breakfast or an evening meal. You could add some scrambled eggs to it for breakfast, or for in the evening meal, you could put some mashed potatoes and your favorite vegetable on the side. Then you're gonna have your venison cube steak. That's one exciting recipe. Thank you, Butcher Block, for sharing that with us. And log on to shootstraighttv.com. Also, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for your next recipes from the field. We'll see you next week.
It's in our stomping grounds and our playground. It's in our sights and our commitment. It's in him, it was in them, and it will continue with her. It's in my nature. Is it in yours?
The new R8 means that CONUS has done it again. One of the most exciting electronic sights you'll ever use, with 8 different reticle patterns including the CONUS skull that you have to see to believe. Deadly accurate, rechargeable, and assured to perform flawlessly. We guarantee it, and that's for life. CONUS, shoot like a pro.
Nice shooting, guys. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice shooting, guys. Man, there's feathers going everywhere. Woo! New York goose hunting at its finest here.
Yeah.
There we go. Take him. Yeah, boys. Look at this. Banded bird on camera. That is awesome. Doesn't happen that often. That's awesome. Right in front of us, 3 of them. Low. Good shot, guys. That was awesome. This is awesome. We're getting another final count. We're real close to our limit. We think we got 2 left, but we're gonna just double check to be on the safe side because we got so many birds up in the air. I got my first banded bird. This is awesome. Hunting in New York with campfire meals.
Yeah, buddy.
What an exciting morning here in New York.
It's a pretty good day.
I don't know how you were running camera because
I had birds everywhere, falling, feathers, everything. It was awesome.
Well, I just tell you, we came up to New York to video the factory at Campfire Meals to show you how the great food was done, and we were going to hunt deer, and Matt's like, hey, I got some buddies up here that have some waterfowl hunting. It's going to be overcast, rainy, windy, perfect waterfowl weather.
Exactly.
And so Zurch Valley Outdoors, Deception Game Call said, hey, why don't you come along? So we didn't bring all our extra cameras and GoPros we normally did. This is kind of like shoot straight unplugged, one camera. And you did a fine job.
We put those 2 companies together and these great bunch of guys and friends. That's the great thing about being in the outdoors, just the camaraderie you can have. First time we've met them, we've just had just an awesome day. It's the relationships and friendships you build with hunting is unbelievable.
Well, let's thank the Lord for this bountiful harvest here. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to be out in your creation. Thank you for a great bunch of guys. And thank you for living in America where we have the freedom to carry guns and to hunt with them and to enjoy this bounty. Thank you for all you do. In your name I pray. Amen. Wow.
Exceptional. You got buck knives?
I got buck knives. We got.
I'll be flaying some geese for a while.
Bird?
Yes, I know you have a banded bird.
So anyway, we're gonna get these taken care of, shoot a few photos. Come to New York, hunt their waterfowl. It's exciting. Remember, take time with your family to enjoy God's great outdoors.
We'll see you next week.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Real Tree Camouflage, CONUS Optics, Cabela's, Hodgdon Powder, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Caldwell Shooting Supplies, Lance Campers, Roper Apparel,
The Mule Deer Foundation, B&W Trailer Hitches, Atchison Taxidermy, Liberty Safes. Additional products provided by Umpqua, Bear Archery, The Finisher, Diamond D Leather, Vanish Spas, SKB Cases, Ashley Quarter Horse Ranch, Aaron Payne DDS, Lodge, Hunter Safety Systems, Campfire Meals. Closed captioning provided by Butler Bags, the official sleeping bag of Shoot Straight TV.